Alright, let's play some video games. Okay. Let's see. Go level up. Go level up first, Jason. Okay, Jason. Good idea.
How may...
Never once used those. Oh, I'm not going to use that.
Welcome home, Ajax. Very well, then take... Farewell, Ashen One.
Almost lift the great axe. Almost. Hello, charms. Perfect as perception. Perception is all they see. Well, here's another trick about perception versus reality. You lift up two fingers, your pointer finger and your middle finger. Now, perception or reality is your pointer finger, perception is your middle finger. Now, you need to have, to have perception, you still have to have some sort of reality. Now, you know what happens if you take away the reality? See what you got left. Put that pointer finger down. You suck. I so want some Arby's. I haven't had Arby's in like 3 years because there isn't one in my town. Arby's and Wiener Schnitzel are just my two favorite fast food places, and there's not either one in my town. The good thing is there's a Wiener Schnitzel, yeah, Arby's is like an hour away from where I'm at. Arby's is, like I said, there's a Wiener Schnitzel about 30 minutes from my house. So I go over there sometimes. My daughter thinks I'm weird because my 13-year-old, she's like, "You're just gonna drive out to Visalia and just go to Wiener Schnitzel?" It's like, yeah. And then she eats the food, so she doesn't think it's all that weird. That doesn't seem to bother her. Yeah, Arby's is the best. Oh. What? Where do you get this stuff from? Oh shit, he's gonna knock my ass off. This guy's an a-hole. Gotta get him to chase me. Nope, he fell. Meat wall, yeah, that sounds weird. When I was a kid, it was taste the Arby's difference. That might still be their slogan, I'm not sure. No, I didn't vote for Trump. Who do you think I am? I voted for Jill Stein. I'm not voting for that dumb orange shit. Honestly. I'm not voting for corrupt Clinton either. She's just as bad. She's just a right-winger in a dress. Alright, go get your Arby's. Making me jealous. working. Okay. Oh, I just got smushed. Whew. I will be right back. Alright. Let's try this crap again. This crapola. Crapola. Don't mind me, just keep praying. Cut unlocked. Okay. Well, shit. I'm gonna go do the other area. Take my medication.
Well, very well then. actually want me.
Always can use some more fire bombs.
Hand in one.
Goodbye.
See if patches will, I can trigger patches.
Some place have beside. By stripping every last, you're gonna make. Now, I'll come. You know what I mean. You're a Oh, for heavens, you're still a... Oh!
Let's see.
Thanks, good.
I can buy the other pieces. Hey, I got it. Jeez Louise. Asshole. Hate that guy. Alright. Okay. disappeared. Shit. I don't remember getting... I don't know. Screw it. And there we go. Hole. All right. Get up. Oh, guess he's dead. All right. Hit the ones with the bones in them. That's the trick. There we go. Whee. Dead. All right. Whew. Get for trying to go toe to toe with him. It's not strong enough yet. Crap. Gotta go all the way back. Alright, well, shit. Done it before, I guess I'll do it again. Back already, huh? You know, I was thinking about it right after you left. I'm kind of having Arby's for dinner too, but not really. My, at the grocery store you can buy the fries, and I actually picked up a bag of Arby's fries the other day, the curly fries, so I'm gonna get Arby's, it's just not the same as what you're getting, but it's the next best thing. You don't have an Arby's in town. So that's what I'll be getting for, that's what I'm gonna eat. One of the things I'm gonna eat for dinner. And I think I'm gonna have some spicy chicken. Guys. Thanks. That'd be very nice of you, but you don't. So it's all right. I'll get some Arby's eventually. Yeah, last time I got it was when I went to Arizona to visit my friend Asa Lieri. He has another YouTube channel. And I told him, I said, is that an Arby's over there? And he's like, I said, oh man, I really want some. And he's like, I hate Arby's. He says, but I would be a dick if I didn't. I said, there's not one in my town. I can't ever eat it. And he's all, well, I'd be a dick if I didn't go and let you get some. So we went and got Arby's. It was pretty good. Next guy. Yeah, you gotta be an old pro like me to eat greasy food every day. Oh, that sucks. Oh, dirty bastards. I was trying to avoid him. I probably should just throw an arrow at him, at the bigger one, and then just hang back instead of spawning the second one. Ah. Yeah, I usually cook 90% of the time. I made a ham last night. I made a honey-baked ham. They were on sale at the grocery store. Now that the holidays are winding down, so I got an 8-pound ham for 11 bucks. So I made that, and then this morning I took a bunch of it and fried it in real butter, because that's always the best. Go. Off you go, as Fraser would say. Oh, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Me. Come on, get up. My dad's birthday's today. Except that he passed away in 2015. Right in the head. Oy vey. Oy vey. Fishing there, some backstab fishing. All right. Oh. Ooh. Well, thank you. Well, you know, it's just, you know what it is? You get to a certain age and you just quit caring what people think. Oh, you dick. Walked right into that, didn't I? Oh, bastards. I'm not having the best day. I'm rusty. I was playing Dark Souls 1 last night. Yeah, what it is, you get to a certain age, you just quit caring. Of course, I never really did. I was one of those young guys. I learned this thing back in my, must have been my late teens, early 20s. And I started saying things just to see. I used to test it out and see what I could get away with saying. And then I realized I never got in trouble for what I would say. Ever. Like, never. Like, people get mad, but I mean, I was always honest. And it seemed to be that the more honest you are, people get mad at you, but then they just kind of like, well, yeah, he's being honest at least. And I think people just get tired. I mean, I think in general, people just, they don't like to be bullshitted. And yeah, society's becoming more and more of becoming a lot softer, and you know, because political correctness started when I was younger, and I actually picked up these books called Politically Correct Bedtime Stories back in the 90s, and they were making fun of the way everybody was politically correct. Yeah, being straight to the point's a lot easier. It's a lot less work. Than having to sit there and beat around the bush and all this crap people want you to do. Yeah, it's exactly. If someone is being an asshole, just say it. Just say, hey, stop being a dick. There was this guy at the grocery store. It was about a year ago now. Seems like, my wife and I go to walk into another line. Oh, I hate this guy. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, so my wife and I we're in the grocery store, and we decide to switch lines, and so she goes to walk in line, and some guy bumps into her, which, you know, that's no big deal, it was an accident. But I'm like moving the cart over, and he like just gets in line in front of us after he bumps past us, because she was going to get in the line, and I was, you know, on my way, and I said, hey man, you just cut in front of us. And he's all, well, you weren't moving. You're just standing there. I said, you know what? You just bumped into my wife. And then you said sorry, so obviously we were moving. And then he's like, all right, well, fine. And I go to walk over. I said, you know what? Never mind. And then as I was walking over there, somebody gets into my line and cuts in front of me because I got out of line. So I guess they didn't cut, but... you know, I said, oh, thanks a lot, man. I said, you fucking dickhead. And I told him exactly what I thought of him. I was waiting for him to do something, and he just shut his mouth after that. You know, the people with the biggest mouths tend to shut it once you stand up to them. They tend to not really want to fight, and you just get, I don't know, you just get tired of people. And it's funny because my dad was the same way, and he always told me, he says, there's going to be a point in your life where you're just tired of everybody's bullshit. You're just not going to deal with it anymore. And he was totally right. Of course, when I was young, I was like, oh, Dad, I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to be more understanding. And, you know, you get tired of it. You just don't want to deal with it anymore. Crap. Forgot about that thing. Yeah, my dad was a hoot. He just got tired of people's garbage. That's the truth. People, some people need to be, you know, just need to, they need to shut the hell up. Crap, get off of me. Oh shit. Oh, they're killing me tonight. I don't know. I used to live in Las Vegas. Gay guys always stood up for themselves. They may have sounded kind of feminine while doing it, but they would stand up for themselves. They just think just because a lot of gay guys sound feminine that they're not going to do it, but I've seen some gay dudes. I've seen them stand up for themselves. They don't take any shit. My daughter doesn't. I was in the movie theater with her, and she and the other two kids wanted to sit in the back. And my wife and I sat in the middle because, you know, our old eyes can't handle it. And this is about 2 years ago, and some dude's looking on his cell phone, and of course the light's right in my eyes, and I'm like, hey man, your phone's like in my eyes, and he's all, no it's not. He starts giving me some attitude, and of course I handled it, but my daughter was like, I was about to jump out of my seat and kick somebody's ass. Yeah, she doesn't care. But yeah, in general, people are just, you know, people suck. They all wanna have a, you know, a pissing contest with you. You probably would get along with my daughter. She gets along with everybody. She's got all these like weird looking little friends. You know, that are all, you know, emo and whatever, and what have you, and normal. She's got like a real range of friends. And they're all, it's funny because, you know, they're the type that older people are like, they're, they're the troublemaking kids or something. But they're always really respectful to me. Well, that's because they're used to always being rejected by a lot of people. By a lot of shitty people. So they know what it's like. That's why they're more accepting. That's why you get less racist black people. Because they know what it's like to get crapped on. Where'd that guy go? He just disappeared. Ah, jerk, stop hitting me. Yeah, I would agree with that. Oh, wrong one. But yeah, her friends are always really respectful to me. They're, I saw one of them out in public and they just said hello. Because my youngest daughter knows all of them. And I'm usually out with her. And she always sees them and, you know, gives them a hug. She knows all of her older sister's friends. And I'm warning you about tattoos on your hands if you want to get a job. It makes it harder, just so you know. I told my oldest daughter that. She's got tattoos all over her hands and arms. And I'm like, you are not going to be able to get a job. And I don't want to take care of you the rest of your life. She doesn't listen. Oh, I hate these guys. Well, you may know to the downside, but I'm telling you, it's more of a downside than you probably realize. I'm gonna get this stupid. I'm getting ready to just run for it. Kill him again. Alright. Yeah, you're better off getting in your upper arm. A lot of companies, they just don't want tattooed people. I mean, I know that nowadays it's getting more accepted. Like, I have hair down to my butt, right? Well, my hair like curls, so it kind of comes up to you know, like the middle of my back. But if you pull my hair straight, it's down to my butt, down to my waistline. Or down to my butt. So, but in the 90s, when I tried to get a job, it was harder because I had long hair, and I had to cut my hair for years when I worked at Domino's as a manager, before they finally, you know, got modern. It was just they had this old-fashioned rule about this old-fashioned rule about, you know, long hair on men. And it sounds silly by today's standards, but, you know, this was in like this was in the mid-90s. And I didn't actually work there for a couple years because of that dumbass rule. Yeah, parents get weird about things. They want to, like, you know... Eventually, you know, you do what you want. Like, my daughter, when it came to tattoos, her mom and I didn't care, because her mom's got, like, 4 tattoos. And then I have 2. And then her mom has, like, when I met her mom years ago, she had piercings everywhere. Yeah, my hair's super long, but that's because I don't work, so I don't really have to have, you know, short hair at this point in my life. Yeah, I'm not a, my hair's naturally red, so I have no desire to dye my hair. I have one of those, you know, I have one of those hair colors you can't get in a bottle. So, I'm just happy with the way it is. Yeah, you can't get my hair in a bottle. one of those colors that are... I don't have thick hair anymore. I did, you know, 20 years ago, obviously. But my hair's thinned out a lot. I'm a lot older. I got a thin spot in the back. But it goes back to that same thing. As you get older, you just quit giving a shit about a lot of stuff. But yeah, I used to have really thick hair. When I was younger. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not allowed to say that. You know, it's funny because I would still say it like to somebody pissed me off. I'd say it to, you know, like if I was going to get into like a fight or something, I would still use it as a, you know, just to, it's like, it's one of those things you just, when you call somebody, it's like really pisses them off, you know? But, yeah, I find myself not saying anymore. I even, for a while, I would say that's gay. Not talking about anything that's actually gay, just, you know, when you say something kind of stupid. And then my daughter got on to me about saying that. It's funny because one of my friends who's gay, he uses it. He's like, that's gay. Yeah, exactly. It's not. You know, when you call someone a faggot or you refer to something as being gay, it's more of a, yeah, it is more of a general insult. It has nothing to do with someone being, you know, gay. But you know, it's like, you know, it's really weird because I see like people that are older, they're getting in trouble because of things they said like 20 years ago. And I get why people are mad, but at the same time, people are forgetting that when they said these things, it was in a time when it was like accepted, you know? And that's what people are forgetting. They were saying it when it was like socially acceptable to say these things, and people are getting mad about it now. And I get that the person was saying it now, but if someone said something 20 years ago or something, I think people should be a little bit more understanding and say, you know. And if the person, like I said, if someone's saying that crap now, of course, you know, you don't want them to say it now, but... Man, it's pulling to the left every time I go into this mode. Run off? Oh, that jerk ran off. Yeah, I have too, but I just haven't done it in so long. Because just, you know, because I'm not supposed to anymore, so I figure the safest way is to just not do it. Because, yeah, people nowadays, they do get really offended real easy. And you're just like... You know, you're just like, you don't want to sit there and have to argue with everybody. Whew. Yeah. It's funny, being a bigger guy, you know, I quit caring about people calling me fat like years ago. Like, doesn't even faze me anymore. But then, you know, there's still people who get so upset over it. I just don't care. Yeah, they're just, people are just trying to get a rise out of you. That's just how words work. Insults work. They just want to get you worked up and get you mad, and then if you don't, you know, you don't go along with it, then kind of takes their power away. Oh boy, what do you think here? Could drop down. I think I need to start my dinner. I'm starting to get all shaky when I don't eat. I think I'm hypoglycemic. Because if I don't eat anything after so many hours, if I don't, even if it's just a little bit, I start to shake really bad and sweat, and that's what's happening to me right now. So I'll probably start it here in a sec. Hello, Dracula X. Roar.
Ah,
Happy New Year.
Gracious, let Iona.
Oh, man. Yeah, I might actually use those. Won't use these. Might use those. Okay. Not gonna use that. Not gonna use that. I might use the fire gem. Actually, I'm gonna... No, I don't know. I can wait a little bit. I'm not gonna use the scimitar. Let's see.
Ashen one, beef one.
let's go pick up the rest of Sigurd's armor.
Oh, aren't you?
Yeah, I accepted your friend request today.
Thanks.
Dracula X. I'm the 10th Dracula. Ah, ah, ah. 1 Draculas. 2 Draculas. Ah, ah, ah. I'll be right back.
That is good. What needs?
Yeah, everything's fine. I'm just eating a bowl of cereal because I'm like really shaky. So I didn't have my earpiece in so I could use the microphone. Thanks for asking. But yeah, I'm alright. I just
Pretty be careful.
I made a half a bowl of cereal just to kind of, because I've hypoglycemia, and so I start shaking if I don't eat. And I made the decision not to eat before I started streaming, and I should have had something. I should have started my dinner at least. Don't worry about me. I'm a tough son of a bitch.
Ashen one.
Alright, that's the fastest I've ever eaten half a bowl of cereal. Between the sugar in it and the fat in the milk, it should stabilize my shaking. Let's see. Well, thank you. I tried my, I don't know if I mentioned this to you before, but I made a batch of mead about 9 months ago. And I finally tasted it. If you guys don't know what mead is, it's a medieval honey wine. And I made a batch of it about 9 months ago, and it has to, it has to age and ferment for about 6 months or so before it's ready to drink. And I, excuse me. So I finally tasted it yesterday. It's still got some sediment on the bottom of the container, and I have to filter all that out from, like, because you have to put fruit in to get the alcohol to ferment, the yeast. And so I went ahead and so I went ahead and got the what's it called? I went ahead and taste tested it. It's still a little bitter, but when you take the fruit out, you have a bunch of room in there, and it's already got 3 pounds of honey in it. So I need to add more honey to sweeten it up. But the color and everything looked really good. Kind of burned going down. It was like gasoline, I tell you. But it was really good. I mean, it wasn't really good yet. I think he saw me. Alright, let's try this again. Wake up, Mr. Mimic. Mr. Mimic. Fight this jerk. I know you can't legally shoot from but that doesn't mean you can't learn how to make meat at a young age. So yeah, so I got it all, I got it about ready to go. I think it's going to be really good when I get it done. My very first batch I've ever, yeah, I know what you said. Legally supposed to. You're not supposed to be doing it. But yeah, the cool thing about mead is you can only get it at Renaissance fairs. Like, nobody thinks to market it and sell it in stores. I guess there's a few brands out there that are real small time, but I hear the stuff isn't it's not as good as what you get at the Renaissance fair. There's a guy out here that goes to like every Renaissance type fair and sells it. It's his business. And he's got a liquor license and everything. And he makes like a whole bunch, he makes like regular honey mead, and then he makes like orange and what else does he make? He has like pomegranate and stuff. He's got like all these different meads. The only one I like is the original. Is like just honey. I'm just not a big fan of the other flavors because I've tried them all, but yeah, I discovered mead back in the early 2000s when I was like back in like 2000 when I was like 23. Oh man, these guys were like giving it away. They had like a mead club, and they're like, yeah, drink as much as you want. Just can't leave with it. And I was like, drinking. I was like, this crap is good. And it's, you know, and I asked the guy, I said, what's it made out of? And he says, just honey, water, and yeast. Yeah. I didn't start drinking until I was 18, though. Or 19. Maybe 18. I was just one that just didn't do it. It was more for me, it was like I didn't have much of an interest at first. But I like drinking now. In my late 20s, I didn't drink for like 5 years. I gave it up because I didn't like getting hangovers, but then I started drinking again because being sober kind of sucks. Especially the older I got and the more pain I was in from all the injuries I had over the years. You just get tired of being hurting all the time, and drinking kind of helps that. But you gotta have that balance of not drinking too much. It's like anything, you can't overdo it. buddy George, who's actually passed away. back in 1994 or 5. Probably both, 94, 95. I'd go over to his house after work and we'd drink Mickey's malt liquor. And we'd play his Genesis. Because he had a Genesis, so we'd play Evander Holyfield Boxing or Justice League fighting game Task Force. That was always fun. Crap. Yeah, that was always fun. That was always a lot of fun. Sometime we play as Frank Thomas Big Hurt Baseball. That was always fun too. Yeah, he passed away when he was like 21 at the time, and he passed away years later when he was like 34. He had a heart condition he didn't know about. Really sucks. His girlfriend told me that one of you guys. Oh, shit. Crap. Locking onto him. Fucker, get off of me. Their dicks out at everybody. Yeah, anyway, yeah, he was complaining about his arm hurting and he went to bed, and then she went to sleep about 1 a.m. You know, she fell asleep on the couch and she went to bed and he had passed away, had a heart attack. Skinny jeans? Oh, God. Yeah, you want to hear my honesty about those? They look stupid. There's my honesty about those. They look completely stupid, skinny jeans. It's even worse when guys my age wear them. It's even more ridiculous. Yeah, well, yeah, it's acceptable to do dumb things when you're 15. Just learn the lesson that skinny jeans look ridiculous. And you'll be okay. That's my lesson for today. It's my advice, best advice anybody could ever give you about those things. And maybe I'm just an old fuddy-duddy that hates stuff like that, but I'm okay with that. Hmm. Okay, I know where I'm at. That dickhead. Hate those guys. Nutcracker, you're damn right. I wear shorts all the time, all around the house. And then when I go out, I sweatpants over them usually, because they're comfy. Hate being uncomfortable. Hate these guys. These guys are such a pain in the balls. Wants to fire that. I know it doesn't do any damage. Hold on a sec, I gotta go put my fries in the oven. Alright, I'm back. Excuse me. Oh. Oh, goodness. Oh, hello, Austin. Oh, I should have been stunned him. Yep, so I have to leave in 2 days to head up to Stanford University on Wednesday. Got 2 doctor's appointments. Well, I'm allergic to apples, so I'll take your word for it. Oh, that didn't hit me. That bullshit, though. Die. I'm allergic to blueberries, too. I have oral allergy syndrome, so what sounds good to me is a chocolate pie. chocolate pie is the only pie I can eat. So I kind of didn't have much of a choice over the years if I wanted pie. I think that's why I like cake better. Oh man, they got me good, didn't they? Son of a bitch. Oh well. I haven't really played through this game in like a year. Yeah, I don't eat... You know what's funny? The one pie I do like is the... It's not really a pie, but you know those pudding pies that Hostess makes? I remember when they came out with the now rapist Bill Cosby doing the commercials. He wasn't a rapist back then, but, you know. Crap. Stop hitting me. But back, you know, but when he first did it, he wasn't a rapist, but, you know, we know he is now. When I was a kid in the 80s, Bill Cosby was a big deal. And, he did the commercials for, pudding pies. And they had, see, back then they had chocolate vanilla, and then they had, like, the chocolate vanilla mix. Oh, that's not funny, sir. I think your 15-year-oldness is shining through there. I used to have a history teacher in 9th grade that would say you can't rape the willing. Mr. Gersowich was his name. Oh shit, they're gonna get me. Freaking penny. I should have gone back. We used to think he was cool because he would say damn it in class. Yeah, Bill Cosby's a real piece of garbage. It's funny, you know, it's like, I think back, you know, when I was younger, like 20 years ago, when I was, because I was real weird with, I was real awkward around girls, but, you know, I said a lot of dumb things when I was a young guy that I would never say now, but, you know, I said a lot of dumb things to girls that nowadays get you in big trouble. And I just wonder, and it's like, I don't think I would have said it back then if, like, people got in trouble for it. Yeah, well. It's different when you're a nerdy straight guy with glasses. Your parents never taught you how to do that kind of thing. Oh, leave me alone! I went through your area. What a jerk. Oh, great. Now I got him down there. She didn't make it. Let's see, how do I forget how to get down there. I think I have to go this way, go around the long way. I think. Got to jump. There it is. Oh, it sucks. I gotta deal with this other guy. Yeah, I was never good around girls growing up. Then when I got older and had more confidence, then if I would have said the stuff now that I said back then, I probably would have gotten in trouble. But I guess I probably wouldn't have said that stuff if I was, you know, if I grew up in today's times. I don't think I would. Crap, leave me alone. The big bullies. Get away. Oh. Okay. Okay. Don't follow me. Don't follow me. Go away. Oh, you're killing me here. I just want this to stop. Okay. Yeah, but that makes sense, being that you're a guy that you like guys. So I'm not awkward around girls now, but you know, I've had a lot of years of practice. When I was 15, I wouldn't even look at a girl. Terrified of them. Shit. Oh shit. Come on. There we go. Give me 1 sec, my fries just beeped. Alright. I got my Arby's fries now. Now I'm happier than a pig dipped in shit. Tell you what. My day was alright. For the last like 3 days I've been watching Charles Bronson movies. I've been on a Charles Bronson kick. And I probably watched about 8 of his movies in the last few days. Well, it's funny, I say it almost every day. I say it all the time. I also use the term groovy all the time. I've been using that for like 20 years. People still think it's weird. I don't care. But, so, yeah, I've been watching, Charles Bronson movies. You probably don't, you may or may not know who he is. He was a big actor in the 60s and 70s, and even a lot of the 80s. He played in the Death Wish movies, which I guess they're going to remake one of those. They're going to remake the first Death Wish, I guess. They remade one of his movies called The Mechanic, where he's a hitman and he trains like a new hitman. But I never saw the remake. I love the original. And then he did like westerns, and he did some westerns over the years. I mean, he's done like everything. He didn't even become famous until he was in his like his 40s, back in the 60s. He was always a just like a regular second-rate actor. But then he got famous in his 40s when he did the Valachi Papers. He was also in Magnificent Seven, the original version. He was in that. But he didn't get famous from that. He was like one of the secondary characters. He was one of the Magnificent Seven, but he was one of the secondary ones. He wasn't the main characters. And he ends up, his character dies in the movie. I actually watched that today for the first time. But it's funny because he was kind of an ugly bastard. You see him? He was like really gruff and rough. He looked like, you know, his skin was made out of leather or something. Ah, I hate these guys. But anyway, he was like a real ugly look. He had real big ears and fish lips, and oh man, he looked horrible. But he was like a man's man, right? And his wife was like, in real life, his wife was Jill Ireland, who was super hot. And they were in like 16 movies together. And she played one role or another in like 16 of his movies. They definitely had one of them Beauty and the Beast marriages. I don't know, do you? I played through part of Outlast, but I didn't finish. I never finished the first part, the first game, but I played Whistleblower and finished it in like one night. I liked Outlast. I just for some reason I never. You know why? It's because my wife and I were playing it together, and we ended up. We were gonna, you know, we were playing the game together, and we ended up never getting back to it. That's why I never finished it. But then I played Whistleblower and ended up playing through it the whole night. Going the wrong way, I think. No, I'm not. Get me out of here. Now I'm going the wrong way. Crap balls. Okay, here we go. Oh, leave me alone, you stupid guy. Oh, cool, they're fighting each other. I like that. Too bad he can't get hurt. Well, my first game I streamed when I came back was The Last of Us. I mean, it's not like the most horror-y of horror games, but... Take that, dick. Yeah, I like playing horror games. Problem is I just played like 4 of them, and I got a little horror gamed out. I heard Outlast 2 was terrible. I heard it was didn't have the good mechanics that the first game had. Dead angle, man. See that shit? Yeah, I'll play it eventually. I just haven't got around to it yet. Alright, got that a-hole. Yeah, I recently just played Evil Within 1 and 2 almost back to back. Like, I had like a week God, I hate these guys. Got him. He's dead. He's dead, man. I'll tell you what. Why do they have to give me super long curly fries? I'll be right back. Alright, I should have let them cook longer because I didn't have a pan. I had to use a piece of foil, and they ended up being a little undercooked. One little piece was still frozen, so I had to put them in the microwave because I didn't want to clean the pan. I can go pick up all those large titanite shards. Then I'm gonna head back to the cathedral. Over there. Nothing really over there. Did you know it was just free on I think it was either I think it was a Steam or Humble Bundle. I can't remember, but it was free on one of them. But I went ahead and got it for free. I haven't played it yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just have a PS4 and a PC, so I can only afford so much being poor and stuff. But but yeah, it was like I said over Christmas. It was free on it's either Steam or Humble. I can't remember, but I think it was Humble because I'm a monthly member, even though I think I'm gonna cancel soon because it's just been putting out crappy games. But I got but Layers of Fear was free. They put out some good stuff on Steam and Humble every once in a while for free. Like I got the first Fallout not that long ago. I got the first Fallout, and then I ended up getting... What else did I get? I got Psychonauts for free. I got Vikings for free. Gunstar Heroes for the Sega for free. They gave all those away. What else did I get? Well, I got The Walking Dead Season 1 for free. And, what else? Yeah, I got a lot of... I kept getting a lot of, like, games just for free that they would just give away. And I just take them. Even if I wasn't going to play them, I'd, you know, there might be that day I just get in that mood to play them, you know. Let's see. I have it. I played it for a little bit, and I was so tired the night I played it. I didn't get very far, but it's like kind of like a point and click type of choose your own adventure, isn't it? Yeah, I played it a little bit, but never really. I never got too deep into it.
Oh, do you wish to...
Oh, Champy, of course. Only the little creatures.
Let's see. Replenishment's okay sometimes. I don't know. Some of these suck. Force I already have. Homeward's not a bad one. I don't know. Medium heal, or did I... I'm about to get great heal. I think I'll just...
Have a pleasant journey.
keep wanting to go back and finish Resident Evil 5, but I remember it just being just a shoot fest, which, you know, isn't too bad, but if you're in the mood for that kind of game, which I am sometimes. I haven't played Resident Evil 7. I'm not a big fan of first-person games, but I like games like Outlast. I can play that because horror games make sense to me, as opposed to like Call of Duty and crap like that. I can't stand that stuff.
Ashen 1.
How does she sell? Oh, that's right. She's got. Yeah, that's gonna come in handy. I don't need toxic yet. I don't think. No, I don't need it yet. Let's see. Halberd's not very... It's okay in this game. It's really good in Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls. Yeah, it looked real... I mean, I want to play it. I just don't know when I'm going to play it.
Very red and hate.
Almost got my strength up enough to use my axe. Got my sword up a little bit. Let's see, 268 attack. So, let's get some more poison arrows. They always come in handy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get feather arrows. I think I need feather arrows more. I gotta fight that damn worm, and they're a pain in the ass. The feather arrows help.
Ashen 1.
There we go. Yeah, I played Resident Evil 4. I got Resident Evil 4 on the PS2, PS3, PC. I didn't get it on the PS4 because when I got it on PC, I was like, well, you know, it can't get better than this at this point.
Well, remember, if that is all, I can...
I thought it was funny that I ended up getting Skyrim, the updated edition that they did, the HD edition. I ended up getting it from I got it for free. Which game? Part 2. Talk about Dark Souls 2? Because Dark Souls 2 is not my favorite. That would be Dark Souls 1. And Demon Souls. Yeah, Demon Souls is probably... Demon Souls is my favorite as far as atmosphere in the games. It's the darkest out of all 5 Souls games. Which part? You didn't put a number. 3. Well, the thing about 3 is it's gonna look the best because it's the last one that came out. So I don't really judge it on that. But as far as like dark atmosphere that I like where it's like this dark medieval fantasy, I look at Dark Souls. I look at Demon Souls as the darkest out of all of them, and then followed by I'd say the next darkest one might be Bloodborne. Like Demon Souls is still really dark. But Demon Souls, what it lacked was it didn't have. What it didn't have is it didn't have like variety in weapons and armor. It was very limited on what you could get. I actually, when I first played Demon Souls, I couldn't get through the first area to the first boss, and I spent hours trying. And yeah, Dark Souls 2 was the prettiest. It was also the biggest game out of all of them, with all the DLC. Followed by probably number 1. But yeah, I got I was like but yeah, like Dark Souls 1 had so much more armors and stuff. And then Dark Souls 2 took that and like amplified it. Because they have so many weapons and armors, and everything was like really like you could do so much with it all. And then in Dark Souls 3 they kind of just tried to clone Dark Souls 1, which I didn't. Which I appreciated them bringing all the, you know, like bringing the Tarkus armor back, which is my favorite. It's my absolute favorite set. But the problem is that it's just one of those things where they didn't need to bring back, like everything didn't have to be just a clone. They didn't have to put in Sigurd, really. I mean, that was kind of like a little much. You know, it was cool. It was exciting to see him, like, or even Andre the Blacksmith. Like, yeah, it was cool to see him, but it made it like they were just trying to do Dark Souls 1, a sequel to Dark Souls 1, even though this takes place so many years later. A lot of people didn't like Dark Souls 2. I get why they don't like it. It's got some mechanics are a little bit different than what they're used to. Yeah, I don't care about the save points. When they add, you know, when they add teleportation as like a default, right from the beginning of the game, it doesn't matter where the bonfires are at that point. Because they've already made the game, they've already made everything too, a little too easy to get around. Like, that was one of the things about Dark Souls 1, is you had to really work to get where you were going. 100 plus hours. I know when I didn't really keep track except with like Dark Souls 1. I know Dark Souls 1, the first time I played, it took me like 68 hours. Because I was still learning. It was the first game it wasn't the first game I played, it was the first game I beat. The first game I played was Demon's Souls. But it was the first game, because I had Demon's Souls, and then I couldn't beat it, and I got frustrated, so I decided to sell it. Then about a year later, I just ran across some Dark Souls and Demon's Souls videos, because Dark Souls had come out by then, and I was watching it, and I was just like, oh, this is totally the game I want to play, and I just decided to give it another try. And I went up to GameStop and bought a. I'm not a big online guy, but I played some. I played some co-op on Dark Souls 1. I can't stand doing PvP. It's just not my thing.
Welcome.
But
Then take
I went ahead and got it again. I started playing it, and then I had a birthday, and I decided. And my wife says, "Well, go buy what you want for your birthday." And I went ahead and decided to get Dark Souls, and I went ahead and ended up started playing it, and then I ended up just beating the game because it was just it's that good. And then I finished Demon's Souls for the first time after that. Did I tell you my theory on these two? On who they mirror? These two right here, Anri and Horus. Everybody tries to say they're all like the mirror of the so-called characters in the games, but I know exactly who Miyazaki's trying to imitate here. Vince and Nico from Dark Souls 1. Remember Vince and Nico? One of them was talking, and then the other one would go, no, 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 no. That's what these two are. And they were on a like a holy quest to go into the catacombs, just like these two are. Did I ever did you hear it? Like, I don't know if I mentioned that. I know you've been on before, but what do you think of that fan theory? I haven't heard anybody mention that. But yeah, they're Vince and Nico. That's who they're. I mean, they aren't exactly them, obviously, but that's who he's referring to with those two. And then they both end up going hollow. And you have to kill them both in the catacombs. And that's who those two are based off of. Right here. Because these two both go hollow and you have to fight them. But everybody tries to say that they're all... I can't remember what people were saying. But, no, it did not. And people really want it, that's for sure. I know I want that damn remaster. I'd love a remaster on PS4. I have it on PC, but I'd like a Demon's Souls remaster too. But, I'll take what I can get. But it's easier for me to stream right now on, yeah, I got them all. I've platinum. The only one I haven't platinumed is Demon's Souls because it's a pain to get a lot of it. I need to get, oh, what do I still need? I need, oh shit, I gotta get 12. That's not too bad. I gotta get, yeah, the only one I need for Demon's Souls is I need to get all rings, but I've platinumed 1, 2, 3, and Bloodborne. Yeah, I platinumed Bloodborne. Bloodborne I platinumed solo. I didn't when I beat Bloodborne the first time and did all the dungeons, I didn't summon one person in to help me. I did everything solo. It was the first game I did totally solo. And I beat every single boss and every dungeon without anybody's help. It took me a week to beat one of the bosses. It was in the Cursed Dungeon, the level 4. I posted it on my channel. You can go see it. It's from like a couple years ago. It was like it was literally my 100th try over the course of a week. It took me about 100 tries. I just kept going back and back and back, and by then I had its patterns down so easy that when you watch the video, it looks like I didn't have any problems with them, but I was stressing out because that bastard. And then you have half health because it's a cursed dungeon, so it's one of those things.
Oh, hello, you're back. And in one piece.
But great, right?
Now it's time I do my part, huh?
But, Bloodborne, well, it's easy now. You know, like all of these games, the first time you play them, they're kind of difficult. And then after that, you play them again, and then you're asking yourself, why did I ever think this game was difficult? And same thing with Bloodborne. Look, all the games you play them, and then you're just like, oh, it's really not a big deal. You play them so much. Because I put about 5,000 hours into all 5 games total. Mostly in probably Dark Souls 2. I beat Dark Souls 2 over 50 times. I stopped counting at 45, and I beat it a bunch of times after, so I might even be closer to 60. So, but yeah, that's exactly. They're not designed to be cheap. Yeah, some are. I would say a few are, but they have some cheap moves. But most of the time, they're all right. In July, I did a no-death run on my PC for Dark Souls 2, and I got the one ring where you can make your left hand invisible, your weapon invisible, or your shield, or whatever you use. It took me, it's like my 4th try. I'd been playing the game for a bit, and then I decided, and over the course of a couple weeks I tried it every so often, and one day I decided to play, and I got killed pretty early on, and I'd only been playing for like an hour, and I said, well, I'm gonna try again. And then later that night I beat the game. I only fought the bosses I had to. No, I never even heard of those. I played a little bit of I played a little bit of Evergrace from the PS2. I have that game, which is kind of like a Dark Souls precursor with, you know, like really without all the darkness. It's like Dark Souls without the darkness, but it plays pretty similar. It's got like a stamina bar, and it's action RPG. Invisible buckler. I don't think you need to have an invisible buckler if you think about it in Dark Souls 2, because people like parry with their fists. So it may not matter. I remember watching that dipshit, what's his name? Oh god, I can't. He's a real dumbass streamer, but he has like a ton of subscribers, probably because he's so dumb. Seems like SPC or something like that. I can't remember his damn name. They caught him jerking off on one video. But he was playing, yeah, I play a little bit of King's Field and Shadow Tower. I just have a hard time with those slow controls, not being able to use the thumbsticks. But that guy, I forget his name, but you know what I'm talking about. He looks like some dipshit with a really pansy ass goatee, and yeah, they caught him. He was jerking off because the stream was running, and he ends up. He was playing Dark Souls, and he's a douchebag, and I mean, I don't know him personally. He just seems like a douchebag. He's like yelling at Dark Souls. He doesn't know how to lock on. And I'm just like, this guy is like giving me a headache. And then he gets summoned, and somebody's using an invisible weapon. And they're just attacking him. He's like, he's not even hitting me. And he's going on. You're just like, and he's got one of those faces you just want to punch, you know? You know the type I'm talking about. Like, you just look at a guy like that and you just want to punch him. And he doesn't even have to have done anything, but you want to just kick him in the mouth. Tell him to shut up. But, yeah. I hate guys like that. I don't know. I think people just want to go and watch him fail at everything he does. Because, like, everything he does is ridiculous. But you know what I'm talking about, right? I forget his name. But it's like SPC or PCS or I don't know what the fuck it is. He's an idiot. DUMB, that's who he is. Oh, hold on, I have to take this. Sorry, I had to take that phone call. That was my, I'm going to Stanford on Wednesday, Stanford University, and I had to, they were calling to confirm my appointment. So I get to drive 5 hours to go to the doctor, stay overnight. Oh, where am I going? That's right, I'm going back here. I want to go there. I think it's DPS Gaming. But yeah, I don't get that guy at all. I don't get the appeal of him. He's annoying. He's like I said, he's one of those guys you just want to punch in the face. Oh, I didn't go the right one. Or did I? No, I didn't. No. It's not the old King's. It's not the Demon Ruins, is it? see. Yeah, he needs to be punched in the face. What the hell? I don't want to go here. I need to go back to the first one. I always get mixed up in here. All mixed up. Hell left a message. I just talked to you guys. Leave me be. Oh. That's my second appointment. Jeez. They left me 2 messages at the same exact time and one went to my voicemail. How weird. Yeah, this is the one I want to go to. Right, yeah. Oh? So yeah, I get to go to those appointments on Wednesday. Drive for 5 hours. Stay overnight. And then sit through a 4-hour medical seminar for a surgery I need. And then go see another doctor later that day. Fun, fun, fun. You know, it's funny, the first time I fought this boss, he was like a breeze, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I was using I was using the great sword the first time I fought him, so I'm like debating. Let's see. I really don't need that. But that would help. Or you're asking me what the toughest boss is. If you're asking what the toughest boss is, I would say it's a cross between... It's a toss-up. Oh, look at that! I got him without doing anything. I'd say it's a toss-up between the Fume Knight and Manus. I would say are the 2 toughest I've ever fought. I still don't like fighting Manus, but I like fighting the Fume Knight. So it's probably Manus is still the toughest boss. When I fight Manus, a lot of times I just choose and shoot him with arrows from outside the boss. I just hate fighting him is like such a headache. Unless you have something like like do it. Popping that shit up. I shouldn't run up and try to do that. All right. just tap their little heads back on. Ay, ay, ay. I'm all alone again. Oh well. But he got sick of watching. Didn't even see that. stick with the sword for now. Jeez. I don't have the right stats for it. Okay. Okay. And shit.
Welcome us. Very well, then take.
Upgrade my endurance. I really miss that.
Farewell, Ashen.
Long way to go. It's leveling up.
Ah?
Alright.
Ashen 1.
Let's see.
Welcome, host. Very well, then take. Farewell, I've made it.
What needs? Pretty be careful.
Oh, he'll land in one piece. You can as goodbye.
Okay. Let's go see if he took what's her face.
champion. Do you wish? Have a pleasant journey.
Section I didn't do. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay, yeah. All right. I think I know where I'm at now. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly, maybe. Okay, don't want to go that way. There we go. Yeah, I never went down here and killed all these guys. Ooh, I was forgetting something. Jerk. What a troublemaker. Where the hell is it? Find it eventually. Let's see. Okay. Okay, that's done. I had to re-download all that. Oh, yeah, well. Sure didn't need to do that. Okay. Fucker. What a fucker. Oh. Butt fucker, that's what you are. Asshole. Mm-mm-mm. Surprised he didn't hit me there. Shit. Carcass wannabe. The right sword. What a dick. Alright. Third time's a charm, right? Yes. Okay. Well, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. So, everybody who came by, thank you. If you end up watching this, if you're not here. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.